Hey, YouTubers! It's Drive to Work with AJ, where I set my cruise to 72 and talk to you. If you want to keep up with my videos, go ahead and smash that subscribe so they pop up on your timeline accordingly. Now, I've given myself a couple days to cool off. I'm going to give you the whole story. So we had a run-in with the government, my wife and I, with we're trying to go to Cancun with some friends of ours, and so we had a passport fiasco. All right, back in December, we went and had our pictures taken for our passports and everything. We had all the right paperwork, birth certificates, yada yada yada, all that stuff. We submitted it. They took our pictures. They sent it off. They send back the passports. Mine's perfect. My wife's, they only gave her, now I should explain, when you apply for a passport, they give you 10 years, because it's quite a bit of money. They give you 10 years on your passport, and then, yeah, you don't have to get one for 10 years. You're good. So they gave her 1 year on her passport, and her name was spelled wrong. Now, I'm not going to say her name. She has 2 L's and 2 S's in her name. I'm sure some of you can figure out what that name would be. But they're 2 L's, 2 S's. All right? Whenever she got it, it just had 1 L, 2 S's. So spelled wrong. Okay, so she's freaking out. Gets a hold of the people. They tell her, oh, well, it's because, you know, this and that. And the lady on the phone had the audacity to ask her if she's sure her name's spelled that way. Stuff like that. And then, oh, man. So they tell her what she's got to go through, and she's got to write this letter saying all this stuff. So she went through all this and sent it off. And we're waiting and waiting and waiting. And then we get a thing back, and it says, you know, this agency or whatever. And we're like, oh yeah, your passport's in here. So we open it up. There's nothing in there but a paper stating that they've rejected like her whole passport process. Like you're screwed. Like blah blah blah. So then at that point, she's really freaking out because we're getting closer and closer to the timeline on where, like, it's like, oh, you know, we need to know if we need to cancel this trip or not, or what, or we're going to be out some money. Like, so it's just getting closer and closer and closer to the time to go. And like we were prepared to drive to Chicago to get this thing sorted out, and she had talked to probably 15 different people at this place, and nobody had a clue of what the last person done and what this person done. So she finally gets a hold of the right person, and this lady was like, oh my gosh, what is going on? And she's like, she deals directly with it. Finally, the right person took care of it, sorted it out. So then she says, okay, it's in the mail. We're expediting it to you. It'll be there within 2 days. Okay, so we're like, all right, awesome. We definitely get to go to Cancun. This is happening. Oh, so on Monday, it comes, okay? Which is even more special because I guess UPS was running on President's Day. That was President's Day. It showed up in the mail. I was home by myself, well, with the kids, because it was President's Day. No school, because President's Day. Anyway, so I ripped this thing open. I'm like, yes! I look in there, I see the passport, I reach in there, I grab it, I pull it out. Now remember I said there's 2 L's, 2 S's. The first time, there was only 1 L, 2 S's. I pulled that bad boy out of there, 2 L's, 1 S. I lost it. Absolutely lost it. My kids thought that I was going to burn the house down. They were like, oh my God, Dad, what's wrong? I threw the thing on the ground. I kicked it across the ground. I'm freaking out. And then, like, the logical part of my brain was like, check the envelope again. So I checked the envelope. I open it up. There's another passport in it. I look at it. 2 L's, 2 S's. 2 L's, 2 S's. Perfect, 10 years. I look at the other one, and it has the holes in it, so it's void. I'm like, why did you even send this one? And that, even more than that, it means that they screwed up again and then had to fix it again. And then they were like, somebody at the office was like, let's just put holes in it and put it in there. Maybe they'll pull that one out first. Like, oh, man. So I, like, took a big, deep breath and was like, oh my gosh. So then my wife's at work. I get a hold of her. I said, FaceTime me as soon as you can. So she FaceTimes me. She's like, oh my, what's wrong? And I put I put the bad one on top of the good one. And I held the phone over it and I said, this is what's wrong. And she goes, they screwed up again. And she, her coworkers are freaking out because they know what's going on. Oh, it was a fiasco, man. Fiasco. But then I moved the one to the side. No, I'm just kidding. They sent the other one. Are you kidding me? They sent me two? Why would they send me a bad one? And that was blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, I know, and it's stupid. I don't understand. So somebody at those offices was messing around. They're like, oh, we're gonna screw with them. Man. But yeah, if I had done this video on Tuesday, I was going to do this. I was going to cover this on Tuesday, but I think I was a little too heated. Probably would have said stupid things that I shouldn't have. I was a little too heated still. Like I was like, ugh. I even went. I went to Walmart and got a framed it. It's sitting on our coffee table. Little memento of this awful experience we've had with our government. Amazing. Whatever. We get to go to Cancun. I've never seen the ocean before. I've never been to a different country. I'm excited. Let's do this. Coronas, tacos, and swimsuits. Hell, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. More on that tomorrow. I'm AJ. I'm taking my exit.